Heute machen wir etwas, was noch nie zuvor gemacht wurde.
Well, no, this has definitely been done by people before. Sane people, people that have a reason to do this, a test coming up, I don't know. Today I'm going to be studying German for 10 hours straight. Why? You know better than to ask why. My German study has been feeling very piecemeal recently. Like, I'll do 30 minutes here, 30 minutes there, maybe an hour at best sometimes. But it's been a long time since I've had a long, torturous German session, okay? So this is our agenda for today. As you can see, there is a lot going on. I'm not going to do all of this here. I want to go to like a cafe around noon to kind of just get into a different environment, because that's how I study best, is like being in different environments, switching it up, and also switching up the activities, which is why you will observe that this is kind of a chaotic schedule. Like, there's a lot of skills being practiced, there's a lot of different things that we're gonna do, but I like it that way because I was originally thinking like, oh, maybe I'll practice vocab for like 2-3 hours and then we'll do reading for 2-3 hours. But like, I don't want to chunk the skills like that because I get sick of doing one thing like for a long time. I like to jump around. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. First thing on the menu, vocab review. I had to put on a sweater. It was a little cold in this house. Also, who was gonna tell me to eat breakfast? I almost forgot to eat breakfast. So heute haben wir ein Everything Bagel, wie nennt man das auf Deutsch? Ein Alles-Bagel, if you will. We have the Alles-Bagel mit streichbarem Käse. This is the mere remnant, the wrapper. But if you don't eat spreadable cheese, I feel like it's more of a thing in Europe and like Turkey when I went. Spreadable cheese is so good. So we have Everything Bagel and Trauben. So this is currently what's going on with my vocab study. It looks insane, let me just say. German has, like, my problem with German has always been, like, for the longest, vocab. I just really haven't bucked down and just focused on vocab. And I wanted to try out spaced repetition, which, if you don't know what it is, it's basically just where you learn a word and then you practice it at, like, increasing intervals. So, yeah, like, you study it a day after you learn it, a week after you learn it, 16 days after you learn it, 35 days after you learn it. You review it right when you're supposed to forget it. So it's like science, you know? So basically, I just have this spreadsheet that groups, like, all the words that I learn in 15, because I only like to learn like 15 to 20 words at a time. And it also just has the date in the column that I first learn it, and then the dates where I'm supposed to review them. So basically, like, every day, or I try to every day, but it doesn't always work out, I check like what group I'm supposed to review, if there's anything I'm supposed to review on that day. So today is the 26th, which means I am 2 days late. I was supposed to review this group of vocab words, the deshalb, aushalten, tyrannisch. Let's get into it. Actually, let me finish my breakfast, then we'll get into it. And so these are the words I'm supposed to write sentences with now. That's why I have my trusty German notebook. Literally, this thing, I've had it since 2019. It's still not full, but it's so crazy looking through it because, like, there's just so much in here. There's, like, at the very beginning, trying to learn the country names and how to say basic stuff, like fühlen, denken, glauben. Like, this stuff for me now, it is very, very basic. So to go to the back of it, and I'm, like, practicing all this advanced vocab, I feel so proud of myself. So this is what it looks like when I do practice sentences. This is like an example from a couple days ago. As you can see, my brain cells, you can literally see the brain cells firing. There's so much like scribbling and it's very chaotic, but for me it works. So let's do it again. So that took way longer than expected. So I was able to correct all of my sentences just by myself, and most of them I'm really proud. They didn't have that many corrections in general, and there were a lot of sentences that didn't have anything wrong with them. Like, for a lot of them, it was just that I used like the wrong pronoun or like the wrong preposition, like von instead of gegen. So yeah, like I said, that took way too long, so now we're officially running behind, and it's only the first hour, so. Yeah, honestly, I was planning to be done with that like 30 to 45 minutes ago. It's now 11:30 and I was planning to leave at 12. So what can we do in 30 minutes? So even though I'm at a B2 to C1 level in German, I still have a problem with like basic words sometimes. And it doesn't occur to me to study them, so I feel like I have to do them with fun things to learn them. So I found this website. It's called germangames.net and they have Hangman. I love playing Hangman. It's such a stimulating, like, good game. I say let's do world environment. So my technique is I always start with the most common word, or the most common letters first. Let's try E. There's an E. What about S? O? Oh, we have an O. Rosen? Why'd I have to give me the big buzzer sound? Osen, Bosen? What is it? Dosen. Dosen. cans. Oh, how is it gonna hit me with such a long one right after that? It's like, okay, now that you've got the tiny word. Okay, so the first word is 3 letters. That makes me think it's an article, so we're gonna start with D. I'll do E after that, because the placement of the E will tell me if it's a feminine or a masculine one. Okay, it's der, S. Okay, that's a safe one. That's always a safe one. What about Z? Fuck. That sound is so triggering, oh my god. Beherrschung? No, that doesn't make any sense. No. P? O? God damn it. T, we haven't done T. Okay, der. Okay, so it's something height. R? No, we already have an R. God, this is hard. Okay. Oh, it's something, some type of effect. Okay, so it's K. Oh, the greenhouse effect. Okay, what? How do you say greenhouse? I forget. Der Treibhauseffekt. I'm actually learning shit. Who knew? This is so fun. Watch that be like the topic of the oral that I have to do on the C1 exam. I'll be like, thank you GermanGames.net hangman game. Okay, I think it's time to leave this house. I'm going insane. Let's go. It is snowing and it's really cold today, so this is necessary. See, I don't even want to have my camera out for long because I don't want it to get wet, but we don't go outside often on my channel, you know? Gotta prove to you guys that I do go outside because, you know, that's how I practice my languages, by going outside where there's people. So, anywho, let me pick up this pace because it's cold. So my kind of approach with reading, I have this article here from Die Zeit, and it's just about like the war, so heavy topic, but my approach is basically I just read it out loud, and whenever I get to a phrasing I don't know, I'll put it into reverso context or basically any translator that I feel like is going to do the job. But yeah, so I have 30 minutes until my class. I'm going to see how much I can do before then, and I'm going to only try to take 15 words down. I don't want to take more than 15 words down because that's just too much. Okay, let's see how much I can get through. Okay, so it's almost 1 right now. I'm about to go into my Lingota class. In the class, the topic today is Frauen in technologischen Berufen, women in tech. So that's an exciting topic. I'm kind of a woman in tech since I work at a startup, even though I don't do anything techie. I'm gonna take that title, I don't care. But Lingota is an online language school where I'm taking German group classes right now, but they also offer a handful of other languages, and they have like private classes too if you want to get on that. But I'm just prepping to take the C1 German exam early next year, and their curriculum, like the topics and the classes that they offer, is so perfect for that. It's like, you know, environment, society, advanced grammar, philosophy even. And I just love the classes because the teachers, like, I don't know, in the group classes it's a very dynamic, like discussion based kind of thing. I end up speaking a lot. The teachers, they always push you to speak with like the lesson prompts and stuff. There's always a ton of new vocab to learn, so you get to learn how to talk about the things that you already talk about, just in another language. So they have these 2-month-long speaking challenges called the language sprints, and I can get you a discount, but my class is actually about to start, so I will tell you more in a second. Ich arbeite bei einem Startup und ich schreibe also den Inhalt für die App. Also das ist eine App für Spanischlernende. Also ich erlebe das auch. Ich fühle manchmal, dass ich überanstrengend sein kann. Frauen, wir haben den Eindruck immer, dass wir nett sein sollten, und auch wenn wir was brauchen und vielleicht unsere Mitarbeiter also etwas nicht gemacht haben, wir müssen nicht immer so nett sein und nicht sagen, hey, das ist nicht okay, ich habe das einmal gefragt und das ist nicht getan und so weiter. Und so that was interesting. I feel like I spoke a lot better than I normally do because I was taking a lot of time. It wasn't slow, but like I was taking my time formulating my sentences and thinking of the right words that I wanted to use. So like I mentioned, I'm not doing it right now, but Lingota does this thing called language sprints where you can either take 30 classes a month or 15 classes a month over a period of 2 months. So yeah, either 60 classes or 30 classes, depending on how intensive you want it to be. And if you complete it successfully, you can either get half your money back, so half the money that you put in, or you can get credits to keep taking classes. Now the sprints, they can be kind of intensive, they're a big commitment, but you also see like so much progress from it. Because I originally did it to prep for my French C1 like DELF exam, and I passed, and so now I'm gonna do the sprint again, but for German, to pass my German C1 exam. So hello, Elise from the future here. Major ditz alert, I gave the wrong code earlier, so now I'm jumping in to fix it. Now the signups for the sprint are going on right now, and this month only you can get a 30% discount, so I'll leave the link in the description for that. Go save some money. They're doing like a New Year's promotion type thing, and with my code Elise2024 you can get an extra $25 off the whole shebang. Go save some money if you are going to try out the Lingota sprint, which you are. You want to try the Lingota sprint so bad. Believe me, save some cash while you do it. Tell him I sent you. Okay, back to Pastelise. So now I've got a lot of words from that class. I have like a whole list of vocab that I took down, and then I also have a list of vocab from that article that I read before my class. So I'm gonna combine, and we're gonna put that into my spreadsheet real quick. We are on hour 6 of hour 10 of the marathon, and apparently I'm stupid because I forgot to allot time for lunch. It's 3 o'clock and I haven't eaten lunch, so I have this now. But so I'm kind of just playing it by ear at this point. Like, I'm picking activities from this list, but I feel like I'm reaching half exhaustion. I don't know. It's almost 3. I'm gonna finish the sandwich, and then I'm going to write a text, like a short, like maybe a couple paragraphs about my class that I just took, using the words that I just learned. What's on the menu today? Okay, if someone tells you that these are Parmesan ranch chips, these are sour cream onion. It's the exact same thing. Don't believe Big Pharma, Big Chip. I don't know. They're behind this, I swear. It's 6 p.m. and I'm hiding under the covers where the German cannot find me. With all due respect, I'm never doing this again. I don't know why this was my idea in the first place. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna shake it up. There's no need to shake it up. Was habe ich heute gelernt? So viel Vokabeln, dass ich keine Study-Experten bin. Das ist sicher. Closing thoughts, I think 1 to 2 hours is the optimal study session. I don't know why you would want to mess with that. This is a fun experiment to do every once in a while, I think. But yeah, I definitely like my shorter study sessions. 1 hour a day, 5 days a week is better than 5 hours a day in one session. So do not like this video. Do not enable me, because then that's just going to make me want to do it again. I'm not doing this again now, just saying. But do subscribe, because I did suffer for your enjoyment. We all watched, we all laughed. And cheers. That's what this channel's for, right? Danke, dass du dieses Video angeschaut hast, und bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss.